Fucking Burgundy boys using fucking space-time magic to put me in this shitty jail with its mind-fuck shadow bars. Can't even join the local blues band because the harmonica they gave me is in the wrong key. Fucking purple posers skimming on their investments in prison enrichment programs. I'm so fucking sad sitting here in jail. Looks like we'll soon see the end of this tale. So let me run you through the story so far. Then I gotta go get to court and meet my lawyer.
Don't need to go to court, I'm right here.
Well, fuckity Christmas if it isn't the nature creature himself, Big Boy. What the Christ are you doing here?
I'm your lawyer, of course.
Don't rub it in, alright? I meant, what are you doing in this timeline?
Well, not entirely sure myself, actually. I was there ruling all of Sardinia, then I woke up in the body of a dark god with a much smaller waistline, then after a whole drama that I won't bore you with, I woke up as the finest legal mind in all France.
Well, that's pretty convenient. You do speak French, right?
Of course! Je suis un gros cartoffel, Wakarimashita.
Oh, Lord of the Lash, j'ai de problème.
Oh, you're speaking Russian all of a sudden.
The court is now in session for the Dolphin Overlord versus Jean d'Arc.
Say, Nappy Boy, why is that ferret over there in chains?
Oh yeah, that guy is brutal. The furry fuck of Falkirk led the armies of the Scots against the British or something, I don't know. Look, don't get distracted by the cute ferret. You gotta get me out of here, alright?
But it's so cute. Okay. Don't worry, you'll be out of here in no time.
I woke up this morning in a Burgundy prison, covered in bullshit, oh just you listen. The timeline was altered by a spacesuit on high, and now I'm trapped here with this fucking guy. I'm going down. Jenny girl's gonna light up this town, yeah. And nothing left to lose. All I got is my nappy boy blues.
Alright.
Preparing a case that's nigh on watertight. My homeboy/homegirl's gonna walk free tonight, explaining the details of the Dark Dolphin plan. And that my client's not a witch, she's a man, so don't be down. Biggie Boy's gonna turn this around, yeah. I'm gonna get you out using a legal loophole that I found.
Would the counsel for the defense please stop singing? Now, we have heard how the defendant did knowingly impersonate a dolphin in order to fool our noble king into trusting him/her, and the defendant then did betray that trust by completing all tasks assigned in good order and restoring France to glory, a most heinous crime indeed. Now we shall hear the statement for the defense.
Yes, well, my lords and ladies, I'm sure little Jean did do all those things, but she's a lovely girl, really. Well, actually, she's not a girl at all, but that's a very long story indeed. Why don't we all just sit down, watch a few Tinny of Truth episodes together, and forget about the whole thing?
You fucking bastard! You couldn't argue your way out of a fart accusation at a curry convention.
Sorry, old bean. I think the judge didn't speak French. That must have been it.
Get up here, you wanker. You're coming with me.
Oh no, I've got harmonica lessons in a minute.
Oh, fuck off. I'm toast. Crowd started gathering to see me burned up. Dolphins brainwash them, oh that's just my luck. Can't even escape now, looks like this is it. At least I'll be leaving this French pile of shit. I'm going down. I'm the hottest pucelle around. Nothing left to do, I'll just croon out my Jenny girl blues, yeah. See you fucks in the future when I come to liberate you. You know what I mean? I'll be back, that's a fact, like it's Terminator 2. Oh wait, I guess they haven't seen it. I'll be back like Jesus? Did he come back with the intention of killing everyone for entertainment purposes? Probably. Goodbye, you French fucks. And fuck John Falstaff.
The Tapestry of Truth.
You might have spotted a little problem with this whole story here. The narrator seems to firmly believe that I'm dead, and the fucking sheeple Tapestry trollops are just going along with it and sewing all these pics of me getting grilled up like a roux on Australia Day. But despite that fairly conclusive event, truth was my story wasn't over. I still had an army that had conveniently decided to not rescue me from being killed, despite apparently being really into me, in a Vive la France kind of way at least, and this army was still going strong against the Brits. In fact, there was only one British base left to disgrace before we shoved the soap dodgers back into the misty stank of Albion once and for all. Thanks to more space-time magic or something, I still had control over the French army, now led by this guy, who apparently was the source of all the narrative lies we've heard so far. So no fucking idea whose plan it was to put him in charge. So he started his day deep in the woods in full armour, joined only by a topless guy with an empty cart. The guy proudly informed Guy that the army of France was at his command. Everyone presumed this was some kind of sex thing, as actually no army was visible, and they'd clearly made some effort to get over to this secluded spot. Maybe they mistook the orders to encamp. Whatever, I used my ghost powers to drag them out of the woods where the army was awkwardly waiting for them to finish their little wrangle in the wood hood.
We fight for the Maid of Orleans.
We'll see how British longbows fare against French cannon.
Le real sword is not bloody enough.
Yep, every freak in France had come out of hiding to fight over my corpse, which was currently drilling down into the Earth's core as a result of some hyperactive grave spinning. The mere concept that I should be dead but here alive seems like proof that life is like a box of chocolates where every chocolate's actually just a core of pure cocaine wrapped in a sumptuous layer of swamp dingo shit. Now, the French had of course forgotten to make any kind of camp or base and had no food left, so we had to storm the Burgundy Bastion down the road. Just as well take some fucking revenge for the travesty the Tapestry carries re the majesty of Flappery, slapping me with heresy charges, burning me up like branches while my army right by marches. Bergs had no chance, killed them all, then shot our way in to seal the Steel deal. Started building up a base, then the Brits got the megaphone out and said,
You are nothing without Joan. Prepare for battle. We come.
well, I agree that these bogans are nothing without me, but you're probably going to want to send more than 2 fucking guys to fight this battle. Very ambitious, Britty boys, and very dead as well. Are you sure we'll be fine to take on all of them, Fairfax? Of course, Costes. You heard the General. Without a girl to lead them, these Frenchies will feel quite unmanned. We'll simply wave our swords at them, and they will be shamed into surrender. Oh, right. Well, I suppose that makes sense, considering that it's opposites day and all. Into the fray, then. The Brits actually kept sending little teams of 1 or 2 orange guys at me, appearing from the woods to terrorise my troops by getting themselves killed, hence giving my men PTSD. Cunning indeed, and I needed to put an end to it. A team went out to investigate and found that the village of Shrewsbury was tucked away out there, merrily farming away and sending the odd citizen off on a quest to destroy the One Ring. On arrival at this peaceful site, we applied an ancient moral principle to decide what we should do with them. You've heard of an eye for an eye, right? Well, I was working more on the lines of strategic nuclear annihilation for a shady look. Killed all the civilians, destroyed the village, burned the crops, stole their unfinished novels and published them under my own name. I was my own ghostwriter, mates. And generally made sure that the only thing left alive in Shrewsbury was the shrews and the berries. No more false advertising in my belle France. Now, there was another purple base off somewhere in the woods, so I had to send another team to go roast them up, Joan of Arc style, but actually the British made an attack at the same time. Nothing too special, but they had an onager. Sound the alert. We got an onager. Don't fuck this up. Don't let it. No! No! I lost basically everything to that wooden wank stain. More men arrived to stop the British, and I was making a castle there to stop them trying again, but still, more victims to the extermination of humanity carried out by woodkind, probably in revenge for the fact we cut down pretty much every tree we come across, but that's a totally different situation, mate. Anyway, the attack on the parish of the Perps worked fine, but the only problem being that although I'd told Lahir to go stand on the front lines of the battle, I found him for some reason wandering about in the nearby flower meadows writing fucking poetry and keeping a journal of what the clouds look like. This guy had multiple personality disorder for sure, which would actually explain his lack of ability to keep a consistent accent, but anyway, doesn't matter. It was time to actually head out and kill the local Brits to end this shit. Our army advanced without issue, taking back the countryside right up to the walls of the main Brittie base. But then the British started using a most curious tactic that caused this battle to spiral a little out of control. They started sending the usual infinite supply of longbowguns, but they were backed up by cavalry and siege weapons, and they even grouped them together a little rather than doing the usual single file formation. This massive stream of troops attacked without mercy and started to grind down my army, forcing me to build entire new castles and bases right outside the British front door just to keep this brutal siege going. So while that's going on, new mixtape for ya. Alright then, mates, well, you know, I'm not too happy about being dead and all, but at least it's giving me some more time to come up with some more super hot fire. It's fucking freezing here in the afterlife. We need this fire to warm things up. So while my troops try and take out the Britties or whatever they're doing, I'm going to tell you a little story here. You know, I'm not a rapper, but sit down anyway. Bonjour mates, time for a little lesson in a one war mates. Britties might find it depressing cause this tale is full of pomp, cringery and fail. Tried to take a land that we know someday'll be mine. The rightful ruler in a different time. Need more than 100 years to match my rhymes. I'm a killer, agenda bent peasant field tiller. Straight out of the icebox cause I couldn't be chiller. Joining in on a fight that defied centuries. Making best of the life G-Man sent to me. So many reasons that war was at the door up to and including failures to bloody cure up politico-economic crises of Europe. It was down to Jenny Gill here to come shore up. The idiots of failing France who seemed more up for crazy dolphin kings who wanted humans tore up. Took them aside and asked them what they're doing. They just came back with weird clicking and cooing. No luck, the Frenchies couldn't find a spare fuck to give to a girl head to toe caked in horse muck who lived for nothing else than to drive a big truck right in to Bucktooth's mouth and then blow up the things. But still no appreciation like I'm Huckleberry Finn. Lost the rag, still got screwed by the mother flipping king. Now I'm dead, burned at the stake instead of being made empress like I did intend. Just swell, at least the fought Britties are dead as well, and half the Frenchies too, thanks to onagers straight from hell. And really, the details of the tale don't matter, cause narrator's in the pocket of the spacey mad hatter, changing facts left and right like a master director. No, Joan didn't win, Burgundy Rector. Truth was, I was so good it was scary. Ended the war in July, only started February. I was the god of the battlefield, didn't even care we were hiding secret weapons like heavy artillery until the last second when it came in really handy. British rule going down so fast it must be Randy. And the one guy with a chance of keeping the land, he got himself killed, John Falstaff the dandy. Oh, I died for England, don't you know? Never mind the peasant, I'm the star of the show. I've got no mouth, I admit, but I throw my voice quite skillfully out of my nose. I'm a hit, a true gentleman of wit. You call me a fop, I call you a twit, and I can't be stopped once my fuse is lit. I'm quite a force to be reckoned with. Dead, bah, it's only a flesh wound. I'll come back and soon you'll wish you'd stayed at Shannon with the tyrant fish who'd drown you for fun. Better than a rich dude coming at you live/dead straight from Albion. I won't stop once thrown in the towel has been. No one better, you can't stop this stuff. Hear my words to the letter, you can't top the stuff. To the law of the blood, like here once more. Where am I from? I don't know for sure. perhaps it was the East End of London, or perhaps it was old Transylvania, but wherever I'm from, be sure I'm here now, killing Brits west to east and north to south, and the machine that ensures lives are always ending, and that hashtag swords out for Joan is always trending. Shut the flip up, the best rap in the land's heading for the last boss, so enough with your man-spreading. Now to conclude, I just wanted to say that you gotta be careful with this Tapestry. A lie or two might have slipped in there over time. Tapestry of truth's just a name, alright? Time to wrap it up, literally as it were. Joan's tale is history. Or was it her? After killing literally every single person under British rule, they were forced to stop attacking us, and our counterattack blew shit up all the way to the blood bank. We set up a Frenchy flag on a hill and declared the war officially won. So happy were these Frenchies that they started making a load of pics and statues of me. And as you can see here, they weren't exactly flattering. What the hell is that? Looks like fucking Mowgli from the Jungle Book. And that sculptor, look how far he's crouching down to work that stone. Can't you make this thing a little bigger? Guess you didn't like me that much. Just making a fucking garden gnome in my honour like a memorial to Keemstar. What's the guy in the background doing? Is he literally holding up the roof? Should probably sort that out before you get Walt Disney to do your stained glass windows. But whatever, I'm dead. Who cares what I'll say? Apparently, I was retroactively declared not guilty for that court case. Cheers, mate. Can you now reverse the sentence as well as the ruling? Guess not, but at least they declared me a saint, which is great, I guess. Maybe that gives me front row seats to WrestleMania or something, but I'm still fucking dead, so yeah, missed the mark there a little. Now let's listen to the narrator give us the conclusive moral of this little tale.
Sometimes the outcome of history is determined by strength of arms, other times by happenstance. But in 15th century France, 15th century France, 15th century France,
15th century France.
What the fuck? Now you tell us when this is actually happening? At the fucking end? After I'm fucking dead? Too hard to just drop that little fucking factoid at the beginning, was it? Oh, and even now you don't get more specific than 100-year range. Perfect. Was Age of Empires 2 released before World War 2? I don't know. Both happened in the same century, I guess, so who cares exactly when it was? Ugh. Anyway, so he said also that the main takeaway was how crazy it was that a 17-year-old girl managed to become Supreme Commander. And you can tell from this sassy ass look I'm pulling here that I let every fucker I came across know how big of a deal I was. Don't tell her she's actually being controlled by a 20-something professional rehab center critic lost in time and kept as the personal bitch of a speech-impeded director of marketing and sales in some hyper-universal sewage recycling initiative. Right, well that's the end basically. I was out of a body and left as a spirit, presumably in the hands of the space disgrace who put me here in the first place. What happened after that's pretty sketchy. All I know is that I was no longer Joan and no longer French, thank fuck. So it was time for a little goodbye. Big up to Big Boy taking us out on the harmonica for another classic goodbye song. I know the Frenchies didn't treat me very well, but I'm still gonna say goodbye properly.
Au revoir to the shitty land of France. Say goodbye to the best girl in your life.
I was just a peasant girl growing up in a crazy world. I was an ethno-nationalist, just wanted to kill the Brits. And before you try to call me wrong, listen to the rest of the song. Cause Britties are all limey fucks and the cooking always sucks.
Britannia ruled the waves until the dolphins came. Started laying land to claim. Joan of Arc was ahead of the game. France's kingdom was restored and Jenny girl is adored. Yes, they put her to the sword, but Nappy Boy will settle the score.
So I was burned at the stake, not much piss left to take. Now I've turned into a ghost, watching my old body roast.
Not too nice, I think you'll agree. And the man to blame's name begins with a G. It's the spacey fuck behind all of this, and I've got a right mind to fuck up his shit. He came from space to save France from disgrace. Now our down under mate is once again taken away. Where will he go? No one can say. What does the future mean anyway? Will the statue ever escape from this time traveling delay? Au revoir to the shitty land of France. Say goodbye to the best girl in your life. Everyone! Au revoir to the shitty land of France. Say goodbye to the best girl in your life.
Don't know how I was still playing the harmonica there. Oh.
The contract has been completed, and in such a colourful fashion. Already there are so many bids for the man's services. Where to begin? This one's a little different, written on parchment. How quaint. They seek the services of the one known as the Pirate King of the world. The legend whispered through time. Well, we'll see about that.